The playground. Play is vital to a child's development, and the playground is a great place for kids to let off steam. However, new research shows that almost half of parents don't think about the kind of germs their child could pick up here. But how do you find out the levels of dirt? Better ask an expert.
The Atp swabbing process actually involves taking a swab of surfaces and then putting it into the machine, which measures the amount of ATP that's released by the organic matter. And that means that we get a direct correlation between the numbers of bacteria, yeast and moles that might be present on the surface with the reading on the machine. The higher the number, the more contaminated the surface is.
Any reading over 100 is considered quite high, and so the results indicate that there's a lot of dirt on the equipment which could be transferred to hands. But what kind of germs are there out there?
The sorts of germs you could find in a playground are those such as Campylobacter or Salmonella, which could be deposited by the faeces of birds flying over the playground. Hopefully people will not take their dogs into the playground, so we wouldn't get anything from dog faeces. But we could get rat urine in there. Rodent urine can contain Leptospira, which can infect humans, and also E. coli. So there are a number of things that could be found in a playground which you wouldn't want your children to ingest.
So what are the best ways your child can beat germs, both in the playground and elsewhere? Well, here are some top tips.
Really simple tip is to always carry some antibacterial hand gel or hand wipes such as Cuticura, so that you can make sure that you clean all the dirt off the hands before children do things like have a little snack, before you apply first aid, perhaps if someone's grazed themselves, and finally if they're going to leave the playground, then give them a quick wipe over first so they don't take any unwanted germs home. Really simple tip if your child's got a cough or a cold is to teach them how to sneeze and cough safely, and that's coughing into your elbow rather than into your hand, because then obviously you can't transfer the germs to somebody else. And if you're sneezing, sneeze into a tissue and then throw the tissue away safely. When my children were really little, I used to be very aware that they would throw their food all over the place, and so I used to take a nice tea towel to put on the picnic table to create some sort of barrier between the germs on the picnic table and the food that they were eating. Finally, remember that children are mimics, so practice what you preach and then they will copy your good habits.
Hopefully this advice will mean that when your child comes back from the school playground, or anywhere else for that matter, they won't be bringing home any unwanted friends.